Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Baby, we got it. All right. We used to be doing it in 3, 2, 1. That's right, One Wrestling fans. It is the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa, bringing you episode 2 of Sunday Segue TV with this guy. Yeah, that's right. This guy right here and this guy right there. My co-hosts for today. And always, obviously, it is Fame, Black and Tom Brady. Guys, we are doing it again. Man, we are so happy. And Fame, why are we so happy?
We are so happy because we got over 1,500 views on episode 1 of Sunday Segue TV, and it's all thanks to you people through the internet watching us, watching the show. Yes. We are so happy that you really like us. You really like us. It's awesome. I can't believe we got off to such a good start, and there's just more to come. We're going to deliver every time, every week.
Every week, Tom, every week we're going to do this. We have to thank you, One Wrestling fans and you, Seg Heads, for doing it and bringing us to prominence, because right about now, we are off and ready to roll, Tom.
We are. Thank you for putting us over, One Wrestling fans. We really appreciate it. It's so nice to be a part of it. Like, it's really fun. So, thank you so much for that.
I'm just happy to see you guys every week now.
I know, right? It's like a set thing. The time is later, so it's not 7 a.m. crack of dawn. I'm like, hey, Triple H is cool.
Oh, God. Right, so we're going to kick straight into this show. Make sure you check out onewrestling.com for all your wrestling needs. That's right. Like Bill Apter says, we'll see you at the matches. So make sure you check out Bill Apter as well on Twitter. There's Apter One Wrestling. Make sure you check out One Wrestling also on Twitter and their YouTube channel. Make sure you check out Big Slam Nation. They had an episode a couple of days ago, which Fame...
I wasn't on it, so you might not have to watch it.
What's up with that?
You know what? Actually, a lot of people are missing because, a lot of people are Billy Ray Valentine and the Professor Anthony Quintana. They're both taking some work trips. They're doing some really cool stuff. So yeah, it was a slow cast. But actually, you should watch it. I mean, OK Fabe is on there. Actually, guest star Ben Hameen is on there. The terrorist, the hacker. That guy's hilarious. And Big Ray and Bill Schuyler are always doing it. You got the show. Those guys are killing Big Slam Nation. I wasn't there though, so if you like me, if you're a big fan of me, just watch on Sundays. You got it. Right?
You know how you do. Just carry on watching, people. Carry on watching. You can follow me at Kinny Killa. You can also follow us as at Sunday Segue. Where can you follow Fame?
At Fame Black on all social media, especially Snapchat. I love Snapchat, so hit me up on there. FAME BLACK.
And what about you up there, Brady?
At Wrestle Review, you can catch me. That's where you can catch my blog, or just at tbrady94_. It's not the real Tom Brady. So many mistakes have been made this week. So many people going, I didn't know you like wrestling, Tom. I love wrestling.
That's great, man.
He's been getting so many tweets this week. I've just
been getting a lot. Actually, we were actually going to have him on the show.
Yeah.
We were going to bring him up, and then you answered the call. So.
Yes, and then I brought this all tumbling down. So.
Well, we all liked you anyway, so it didn't matter.
Don't worry, man. He dropped the ball, and you catched it. You catched it. That's
the ball was deflated.
Yeah.
That's why I dropped it.
All right, so... Okay. Sunday Segue TV, bringing you everything to do with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and just that little bit more sprinkled in, because we like to have fun, so we bring the antics straight to you. Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast and Sunday Segue TV, wrestling banter with real life antics. That's right. So we're going to kick into it right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to talk about the road to New Beginning in Osaka and Nagata. So just in case you One Wrestling fans and Seckers don't know, we are teaching you a lot about New Japan now, so we're gonna hold your hand through this journey, okay? Stay with us, stick with us. Okay, so
unity.
With unity, we can actually take that now.
Yeah,
I know. It might as well just be ours.
We can take that now. Okay, we try not to talk about Raw, but we could take it now, goddammit, okay? It's ours. It's ours. The lovely Sasha Banks is on our own. We can take the unity and bring it forward. So, road to New Beginning. So, how New Beginning is, the New Beginning pay-per-views is 2 pay-per-views, guys, in the space of 3 days. So, New Beginning is normally in 2 places. This year, it's New Beginning in Osaka, and then 3 days later, on Valentine's Day, is New Beginning in Nagata. Now, in both shows, One show's headlined by the IWGP Heavyweight title, and the other show's headlined by the IWGP Intercontinental title. So it just shows how they try and put both titles on the same, the same level. Fame, just before I go further, how important would that be if WWE did something like that, where they did try and bring up the secondary titles and bring them level with the heavyweight titles?
I think that it's something that it's a practice that is being put into place today. You take Dean Ambrose, your Intercontinental Champion. He was the last man eliminated from the Rumble. You know what I mean? And John Cena with the U.S. Open challenges and main eventing SummerSlam against Seth Rollins for the to combine the titles. That's just that's the kind of thing that elevates those mid-card titles up. And I think that more pay-per-views should be closing, especially like when Brock Lesnar was champion. There were more pay-per-views closing with Intercontinental title or U.S. title matches, and more importantly, like specialty matches. So I think it's a good thing. It's a good practice to do. Spot on for Japan for keeping it up that nicely. Like a pay-per-view ending with the Intercontinental Championship. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit further into this. So, most New Japan pay-per-views, they have a lead up to it. They don't have a weekly show like Raw or SmackDown, okay? They call it the Road to, which is the road to the next pay-per-view. So we are on the road to New Beginning. So what it is, on the road to, they'll have about maybe about eight shows, a lot of different combinations of tag matches, some one-on-one matches. You may see the NWA title showing up and being defended against, so you never know what you're going to see. So right about now we're going to give you some of the results to some of the Road to New Beginning cards. So what we'll do is we're just going to go through that right now. Let's just pull this up. So what we have is we're 5 days in, we're 5 events in, okay, at the moment for the Road to New Beginning. So what we'll do is we're going to go through day 5 and day 6, which is literally today, is just happened this morning. So the last card, which is day 5 of the Road to New Beginning, we saw David Finlay Jr., that's right, Fit Finlay. His son is one of the young boys in New Japan. Before I go any further, Tom, what do you think of now former WWE superstars or former wrestling legends now sending their children over to New Japan in their dojo to become young boys and learn a different style of professional wrestling?
Very exciting. I think the best example is probably Cody Hall, because he's been there for quite a while now, and Scott Hall has forever been a big advocate of the New Japan style, and I think as well he's getting Cody Hall, he plays with strengths a lot in New Japan, whereas I think he's in WWE right now. He might be getting exposed to things that he isn't so good at. Like, he's a big guy, he's the muscle of the Bullet Club. So, like, keep him doing that. It's super, and he's going to build and build and build. And the best thing about New Japan for me is it's always, or very often, a very slow build. Mm-hmm. And, like, it seeps and it's slow, and it makes sure everyone gets to the right level at the right time. So I think that's quite a good idea for people to send over, they're like the next generation of wrestlers to New Japan. I don't think getting that experience would harm them in any way. Just another way to get over as well, really. Like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. So the rest of this, so it was David Finlay Jr. defeating Kanemitsu. We also had the second match. We had Tenzan and Kojima. And Yushin Thunder Liger defeating Yuji Nagata. That's right, he is still about. Manabu Nakanishi and Jay White, who is also one of the young boys. We had the Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale and Yujiro Takahashi. That's right, I hate your guts. Defeating Chaos, which is Toriyano and Gedo. We had Los Ignorables, which is Naito, Evil, and Bushi defeating Kushida. Tiger Mask number 4, people. Tiger Mask number 4. And Juice Robinson, formerly CJ Parker. Then we had the other Bullet Club. We had Kenny Omega, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, and Tamatonga and Cody Hall defeating Michael Elgin, Honma, Togi Makabe, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Captain New Japan. Main event, Chaos, Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii and Yoshihashi defeated Hiroki Goto, Katsuyori Shibata, and Taguchi. So as you see, Fame, the Road to New Beginning is well on its way. How do you feel about the setup and how they set up the road to the pay-per-views?
It's interesting for me. It's all brand new because I've never, I grew up with Raw. You know what I mean? Every week, new storyline development kind of situation, and it's just weekly television. So the Road to stuff, I'm getting used to it. I'm not fully adjusted, but because they are must, they basically you have to catch it to get the pay-per-view, you know what I mean? So you gotta stay invested. So I like the fact that I have to spend the time to find and sit and really watch and really analyze. And it's good for me because I'm still learning the New Japan style. Like, you're doing brilliant with the names, by the way. I think you're doing really
Nailing
fantastic
all of them.
job.
Yeah.
Why? Thank you.
Way better than I would have been.
Well, Fame, what it's gonna be New Beginning in Osaka on the 11th of February. So I will send you guys all the links because we're gonna be reviewing that next week. Obviously, it's gonna be too soon to review New Beginning in Nagata because it'll be happening whilst the show is happening. But we'll save that.
Cover it live. Do it live.
So yeah, make sure you check that out, and then you can tell me who one of your favorite stars of the pay-per-view in Osaka was. Okay, let's just quickly go over day 6, the main event, at least in day 6, which just literally I believe has just happened. Yeah, literally just happened in that main event. Well, actually in the beginning, David Finlay actually got another win against Kawato, and then the main event was Hiroki Goto, Shibata, and Yushin Thunder Liger again taking on Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, and Gedo, but this time Hiroki Goto got the win. I believe he got the pin. Not sure if it's over Okada, but that would be telling if he got it over Okada, seeing as that he will be facing Okada, obviously, at the New Beginning pay-per-view. Okay, so New Beginning in Osaka, which is the first one. Let's go through that, Fame. Let's go through that card, and we'll go through and say, who's gonna be in the matches. Right. So we're gonna have in a dark match. We'll have David Finlay versus Jay White, as they always do. Is the new boys versus the new boys. We have Chaos, so we have Gedo, Sakuraba, and Yoshihashi versus Yushin Thunder Liger, Taguchi, and Tiger Mask. We'll have Manabu Nakanishi and Yuji Nagata versus Tenkozi, which is Tenzon and Kojima. We'll have Los Ignorables, Bushi, Evil, and Naito versus Juice Robinson, Kushida, and Marco Elgin. The Briscoes are back. We've got Mark and Jay Briscoe with Toru Yano as the three-way IWGP Neverweight Open freeway tag champions, which they have now. It's a bit of a mouthful versus Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, and Yojiro Takahashi. Young Bucks, they're going to be defending their titles in a three-way match against Matt Sydal and Ricochet and Red Dragon.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah, have you seen a lot of Matt Sydal and Ricochet, Fame?
Matt Sydal, I mean, that's my man's, that's airborne, man. Like, that man is the truth, man. Ricochet, it was a match last year. It made the top 10 that we did on Big Slam Nation, and I believe it was Matt Sydal and Ricochet versus somebody. I can't remember now, so it escapes me. But I mean, those guys are sick, man, and the Young Bucks are nothing to play with. So I cannot wait. Like this, I'm really excited for, and New Japan in general is they're like a wheelhouse of creating 5-star matches and 4-star matches and like high-rated 4-star matches. So this, I think, is right up there. I think this is going to be one of the matches we talk about all year.
Yeah, tag matches especially, I would say, in New Japan. They get it right so many times. Big fans of Ricochet as well, by the way. Like, I get a lot of him as Prince Puma, obviously, Lucha Underground. Big fan of Ricochet. His stock is rising a lot recently.
I won't be surprised.
And I'm a big Bobby Fish fan as well.
Oh yeah, Bobby Fish. I'm a massive
awesome.
Red Dragon fan. Kyle O'Reilly, man. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. Also, we're gonna get a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom, where we'll have Shibata defending the Never Openweight Championship against Tomohiro Ishii. Now, Brady, if this match is anything like what we saw a couple of months last month, man, we are in for a treat.
Yeah, I'm surprised if they even recovered from that already. Like, goodness me. That match was so good. Like, I enjoyed, because Wrestle Kingdom 9, that was the first New Japan pay-per-view I watched, and the Never Openweight title then, straight away I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And that was even better this year. So I think this match will be an absolute. It might be the best match on the card. I think it might steal it. I think they might steal the show because they're just gonna kick each other to death for 20, 25 minutes. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Surprised these guys ain't going to be concussed after the headbutts we saw them give at Wrestle Kingdom 10.
They were nasty.
Jeez. Yeah, those were nasty.
Yeah.
But after that, we're going to have Doc Carlos, Carl Anderson, Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, Togi Makabe, and Honma. And then the main event fame, we're going to have Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroki Goto. I mean, Goto earned this with his win at Wrestle Kingdom, and I believe that this match is going to be really, really good. As always, the matches between these two are, you've got Red Ink versus the Hoshigoroshi, and then you've got the finishers of the Rainmaker, that's right, the Rainmaker clothesline, and the Show Tenkai finisher. I mean, we've got it all, and I cannot wait for you to watch this and now be inundated with New Japan.
I mean, as far as I'm understanding it, he's been, what's his name, Goto?
Yeah, Goto, yeah.
Right. He's been trying to get this title for the longest. And I'm just watching the build, and I don't know if it's his night. I don't know if he's going to take it that night either. I think it's going to continue that storyline and make him wait for it. So I am excited to see it, though. I mean, these dudes are pretty much top notch, man. Like it gets serious. So
it does indeed. It does. So make sure you check us out next week on episode 3, where we'll be reviewing this. And then the week after we will be reviewing, New Beginning in Nagata. Right, so I'm just going to go through some New Japan news. Now, obviously we know AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, they joined WWE now. Shinsuke!
So jealous.
Shinsuke! That's right, signed, autograph. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right. Yep. So we know they've gone to WWE, and now it looks like obviously Kenny Omega has stepped up, to take AJ Styles' place. So also now Kenny Omega will be he will be at ROH 14th anniversary show, which is really big news. But sources say that he will be basically replacing AJ Styles in ROH, and will work all ROH tapings and all ROH pay-per-views unless it clashes with New Japan stuff. Now, what do you think about that, Fame?
I think it's a cool thing when brands can cross promote other wrestlers to and from promotions. I like the fact that even the WWE has gotten in on it, because AJ Styles won't be at SmackDown because he's got independent dates to work. I like that. I think that's really cool. I think it shows a lot of unity between the wrestling promotions, because that's what it's all about, man. We got to keep the dream alive. So I'm a big fan, and Kenny Omega's no slouch, man. He's not as good as AJ Styles. That's my opinion, but I'm right. So it is what it is.
All right, Brady. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go and talk about Access TV. Okay, now Access TV has made a big impact, maybe a bigger impact on people, that a lot of people thought. So Access TV, New Japan Pro Wrestling is now on Access TV. So it's being shown to more of the Western world, especially to the American market. How much do you reckon this benefits New Japan in terms of getting the American market and the Western world used to their style of wrestling and their style of programming without having to worry about the language issues?
I think obviously it's a lot better. Like I've watched a lot of New Japan with just Japanese commentary, and some of it's quite exciting. Like sometimes I like to watch it and just not understand what's going on, because it's quite exciting, but often I do want to hear the story behind everything, and obviously having JR come in and take the place of Morrow, and that's really exciting. Like he's a big name, still. I think it's a really good way of getting it out there without too much effort. Like they're not having to come over to the US or the UK to push the brand. They can push it this way first, and if it works, a tour in the West, then it could be sorted. But I think it's fantastic. Like, I'm really excited. I'm a big fan, obviously, and I think it's a great idea to keep your brand pushed. Like you got to keep it fresh. So that's one way to do it.
Got to keep it fresh. And also the commentators on Access TV were Mauro Ranallo and Josh Barnett. Mauro has now come over to SmackDown, and we have just heard that Jim Ross, is now going to take over from Mauro and join Josh Barnett as a commentator for New Japan on Access TV. Fame, speak on this. Do a Conan, please.
Oh my God! I mean, MR, good old MR is really, really good. I mean, so I never heard him call any New Japan. I just heard him on SmackDown and was like, who's this guy? He's amazing. And JR is no slouch either, man. He's probably one of the best to ever do it, if not the best. And in my opinion, that would be the best. And once again, I'm right. And he's on. I mean, for him to call it. I mean, I was watching Wrestle Kingdom 9 and JR calling it with Matt Stryker, and I'm like, this has got me so invested because it doesn't matter. I don't care if JR doesn't even know what he's talking about. The way he describes things. It's kind of like he has no script. They don't tell him what's going to happen. They don't tell him who's going to win. They don't tell him the names of any of the moves. You got it, JR. Just do it. And he got it. He's got it. It feels so authentic, so real, and that's what MR has. So I'm excited for both of them just to be in any place. So listen to them both because I'm covering New Japan and I love watching WWE. It's a heaven for me. Happy 2016 fame.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
Yes, man. I love good commentary. I watch Raw on mute.
Oh man. Okay, right. Before we go to winner or waste man, okay, we're gonna add a little spice as we like to do on Sunday Segue TV. We're gonna do promo blast. That's right. Woo! Promo blast. We are going to give you our favorite promos from yesteryear. Now, unfortunately, my bad, I did not tell this guy, Mr. Brady, that this was going to be happening. So he didn't prepare himself. So he is going to be doing his promo blast next week. So me and Fame will do our favorites. Okay, so Fame, who do you want to start? Who do you want to start? Me or you? Me or you?
You know what? I might as well just go ahead.
All right. Okay. Who is your promo blast by?
Whew! Finally, The Rock has come back to New Jersey. And just as sure as The Rock for the very first time stood in this arena and called you, Kevin Kelly, an ugly hermaphrodite, it's just as sure this Sunday The Rock will be at Hell in a Cell. Now make no mistake about it. This will be the most brutal match The Rock has ever been in. The most dangerous match The Rock has ever been in. The Hell in a Cell, and it doesn't matter what you call it, Kevin Kelly, whether it's Hell in a Cell, Rage in a Cage, Penis in Uranus, the only thing that matters is The Rock is going in this Sunday night to do exactly what he does best. Lay the smack it down and get back The Rock's WWF title. And the fact of the matter is this. The Rock knows this Sunday night he has his work cut out for him. The Rock knows he's got 5 other guys to compete with. The Rock might have to beat Kurt Angle, which means I'm going to drink a big glass of milk, eat some chocolate chip cookies, and maybe I'll take 3 Viagra. Or maybe The Rock has got to face Rikishi, beat Rikishi, which means I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it for the, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. Or maybe The Rock has got to be The Undertaker, the American badass. Beat him so bad that one more time he'll raise up. Rest in peace. Or maybe The Rock has got to beat Triple H himself, which means he's got to beat the game in the middle of the ring, and he's got a $2 slug for a wife. Or maybe The Rock has got to beat Stone Cold Steve Austin, which means I gotta get in my pickup truck, drink some Steve Weisers, listen to some Backstreet Boys, and that's the bottom line because the Great One said so. One more thing. This Sunday night at Armageddon, The Rock is gonna do all he can to win the WWF title. If you smell what Fame Black is cooking.
Yes, Fame. Yes, Fame. Woo! What year was that from? 99?
Awesome.
That was Armageddon 2000.
Jeez. Okay. All right. So mine is for Ric Flair. All right. From WrestleMania 8. He just lost the title to Savage. We're in the back. We're in the back with Mooney. Shut up, Mooney. You're in the back with Mooney. Okay. And here comes Ric Flair. All right. What we have right now is a man claiming to be the real world champion, claiming to be the 2nd time WWF champion. He'll be claiming it all, but most of all, he'll be claiming the love of that Jezebel Elizabeth. Now, Savage, unlike most people in this greatest sport of all, We don't cry over spilled milk. We reassemble the team. The brain, the nucleus, the money. That's right. We bring it all. Now, I told you before, Savage, and I'll tell you again. One time means nothing to my career. So let's get this clear right now. It doesn't matter whether it is today, tomorrow, or the year after. I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna beat you bad, and every time I see that old lady, I'm gonna kiss her on those moist, wet lips. Woo! There you go, baby.
Well, I've got
Last,
such an act to
man.
follow next week, boys, because that was both of those were awesome. I
Listen.
love that.
Oh, man, you gotta bring the juice, kid.
All I'm saying to you right now is this is what old school wrestling does to you. When you've been watching wrestling for more than 20 years, it just comes from within. All right, let's go to winner or waste man. We have 3 people to talk about this week. That's right. So we'll go to the first guy. It is none other than Hulk Hogan fame. So Hulk Hogan this week has been charging lower prices for his WrestleMania 32 weekend appearances. So it's because he seems to think that he's going to be back in the WWE by then. So fame for the fact that Hulk Hogan seems to think he is going to be back in the WWE. Is he a winner or is he a waste man?
I don't have a problem with Hulk Hogan being back in the Hall of Fame and showing up for like WrestleMania or a Hall of Fame or something. I have a problem with him being on TV just because of his recent troubles. But I mean, it's Hulk Hogan, man. It's like, I want him to be there, but you gotta be real with yourself, Hulk Hogan. You ain't that big anymore. It's not the same guy. So you are right now waste man. You're a waste man. You're not gonna make it to WrestleMania 32. You can't be saying those things and think you're gonna be on TV. I'm sorry, no. They're mad at The Rock for talking to somebody who is dressed like you. They're mad at The Rock. You're a waste man.
You're a waste man, dog. Okay, Brady.
You're
Next
the F-boy.
You were F-boy. The next on the list, Brady, is none other than Stardust. That's right, Cody Rhodes now on Twitter. Someone had asked Cody Rhodes whether, the Cody Rhodes character is coming back, and Stardust replied basically saying that it's never coming back. So is Stardust a waste man because the Cody Rhodes character is not coming back?
I think Cody Rhodes Stardust is it's a tough one. I think he's a bit of a waste man because I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan. Cody Rhodes, I think, has been one of the I don't know. He's a bit bland. He's a bit there. But just before when he was with Goldust and things like that, and his stuff with Randy Orton when he did the retirement, the firing angle with the Shield and stuff, awesome. Cody Rhodes was awesome, and Stardust, he's gone so far, and I enjoyed it at first, and now I'm not enjoying it anymore, and so sorry, Cody. Waste man.
Waste man. All right.
Waste man.
Okay, between the both of you, the last person is Ryback. Ryback is now in with his black tighty whiteys. He is come and he's changed from the airbrush singlets to now he's wearing the Goldberg-esque black trunks. What do you think? Is he a winner or waste man for changing the look and bringing him even more closer to looking like Goldberg? Fame first.
You know something? I was never a fan of those airbrush things. I mean, that's an RVD thing. It's not as cool when Ryback was doing it in the first place. And I think, you know what? The comparisons were already there for Goldberg. They used to chant it at his first opening matches. I mean, Ryback is going to be Ryback no matter what. So I'm a fan that those things are gone. So in my book, for the first time ever, Ryback.
Winner. Okay. All right, Brady, your thoughts?
Yeah, he's a winner. He's a winner this week. I'm not a Ryback fan, as people who've maybe listened to the Segue podcast before know. I'm not a big fan of Ryback, but if you're that big, don't wear a singlet, man. Get it out. Like, it's huge. He looks like a tank. Like,
as we like to say over here in the UK,
yeah.
he is hench.
Oh, he is hench as they come. He's a winner for that. I like it. Interesting new thing. Always good. Keep yourself fresh.
Keep yourself fresh indeed.
Like Fame's hair. Fresh.
All right.
Made by the gods.
One wrestling fans, Seghead fans, you probably wouldn't know it, but we've had technical difficulties.
That's
all
another
over-
one right
you
there.
go, all over the place while we're trying to piece this show together for you. And
Seriously.
we have done it. So please make sure you like, you comment, and just subscribe to One Wrestling and also to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you check out the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast episode 150. That's right, 150. And it's nearly 3 years, guys. Nearly 3 years. So make sure you check that out on YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher, iTunes. Make sure you go to our Twitter and find that out. So it is at Kinny Killa, also at Sunday Segue. Fame.
Fame, FAMEBLACK on Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, Instagram. I'm on all of it. FAMEBLACK. Thanks, your boy. Woo!
TBrady94_ for just my usual stuff. Just catch me there. Or Wrestle Review if you want to talk more wrestling based stuff. But just everywhere. Let's just have it.
Yes.
Thank you. Another great show.
Yeah, another
Yes.
great show. Okay, guys, we'll be back next week. We'll be reviewing New Beginning in Osaka 2016, where the main event is Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroki Goto. That's right, it's the Rainmaker clothesline against the Shotenkai. It's going to be amazing, people. So thank you again. Make sure, like I said, you like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next week. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo! But you One Wrestling fans don't. So without further ado, guys, we're just going to bring the unity together and say 1, 2, 3. Hey, we want some praise. We want some praise. There you go. That's right. We're just bringing all of our customers. Right. So Sunday Secretary is predominantly about New Japan Wrestling, bringing it to the side.